The evolution of the incidental boxing coach continues. As I train fighters of all types and ages and continue to learn and grow, it was now time to move on to the next level, which is actual competition in the amateur and professional boxing ranks. In order for one to become a licensed pro coach, it's a simple act. You can head down to the athletic commission's office, fill out an application, make a payment. Prices vary depending on your location, quite obviously. And within a few moments, they print you out a boxing cornerman's license for professional boxing. That's it. You're good to go. But are you truly good to go? The burden of knowledge, knowing what you're doing, is still fully upon you. So license or not, you must be knowledgeable. In the amateurs, same concept, but slightly different. Fill out an application, make a payment, and take several exams where studying's involved. Because USA Boxing is looking to protect the amateur boxers, I believe a little greater than the pro boxing system, so they make sure at a minimum you're very knowledgeable of other aspects of coaching besides just coaching and training fighters. There's an exam on concussions one must take. And I think this is a very valuable thing to know, because we're speaking of boxing, a sport where striking someone in the head is quite a normal thing, and we know the issues that can come from being struck in the head. So it's good to know about concussions, signs of concussions, and things of that nature to further protect yourself and your fighter. There's exams on ethics and conduct, and a whole lot of other things one must know in the amateur ranks before he's actually granted that license. If all exams have been passed, an aspiring amateur boxing coach is now licensed to function in the corner. Is there a school one can go to learn these things? No, there's not. There's no boxing college. There's no boxing classes, as far as coaching anyway. A lot of it comes from the creativity of the individual. If you're not creative, you might have some problems. I'll tell you that right now. So you're ready to take your first amateur fighter to an event. Yourself and your fighter have put in quality time training. It's quite obviously training a fighter for an actual fighting event entails a whole lot of different things than just regular gym training. So if prepared, and the fighter's prepared, off to the games. And this is where the real fun begins, because we're not sparring, we're not messing around. We're looking to compete against someone that's looking to compete against us and have their hands raised in victory. And although amateur boxers do not get paid, they are compensated greatly with wisdom, knowledge, and experience. And this also goes for the coach, because now he has to look at the boxing a different way. He has to look at the boxing from a winning and losing point of view, and how can he ensure his fighter wins. Does a boxing coach need to be a pro fighter? No. Does a boxing coach need to be an amateur fighter? No again. Does a boxing coach need to know how to box? I reluctantly say no. But I'm going to tell you the truth. I also believe that it is vital that you teach from experience. So if one does not have the experience in actual boxing, that might affect his capabilities and abilities to teach boxing. In order to truly teach boxing, one must know exactly what goes through the boxer's mind in the ring, especially when things aren't going well for him. And if a coach has never stepped in the ring and had that feeling, he can't truly coach the fighter at that point in time from experience. It's all going to be theory work. You got to bite down and push. You got to do this. But he does not know, man. Sometimes sparring is a hard thing. No matter what shape you're in, it drains you. He's got to know about these things. Anyway, the evolution of the incidental boxing coach. This evolutionary process never ends, because no one, no matter how great you are or you think you are, knows everything about boxing. And even if one was to become close to know everything about boxing, you have to keep in mind, boxing is dynamic. Nothing stays the same. What you're able to apply today does not necessarily mean you'll be able to apply tomorrow. What you can do against the guy you sparred with yesterday, you might not be able to do against him today, because he also learned and adapted